Hello, my Geminems. I am Jessica from Willow Vine's Intuitive Vibes, and I'm here to do your August 2020 love reading. I almost said April, so April might be significant for this situation for some of you. Anyways, my readings are timeless, so whenever you watch this, it might resonate with you. Keep in mind this is a general reading. It will not apply to every single one of you. I wish I could do that, but I can't. If you'd like me to pick up on your personal energy, please email me. My email's in the box below. I'll gladly give you all the information you need on personals. It's on the community tab as well as my website. And don't forget to check me out on Patreon. This will be extended over on Patreon. So over here we have the overall energy, which is like the theme of the reading or just your energy that you're embodying right now. And I didn't say that for anyone else, so that might be significant for you, Gemini, at this time, or cross-watcher. Cross-watchers are welcome. This is mutual energy between you and this person. It could be an ex, a current person, or someone new, whoever you're thinking about. And if you have no one on your mind, this, like I said, it could be a new person, but I kind of feel like this is somebody you know. So we have thoughts, feelings, and hopes. This is your side, this is their side, but feel free to flip-flop it. The information or energy could be vice versa because I'm reading energy, so, and there's a lot of you, I don't know who is who in this situation, if it resonates at all. If I say Gemini, it could be the cross-watcher or the other person. Keep that in mind. So, I'm actually feeling like I'm pulling myself out of the trenches, out of I don't feel like you were really sad, but I do feel like you were thinking heavily about a person or situation, and it could just be something in your life. It might not even have anything to do with this love connection. But I feel like what was once lost is now found. So some of you could be reuniting with someone, or even if you don't want to have the past return, this person could be an ex of yours or just someone that you've known. Maybe you dealt with them on and off in a friend capacity and they've always had like a crush on you, Gemini, and you didn't really know, so you just chalked them up to like an acquaintance because, you know, sometimes you talk, sometimes you don't. So I feel like this person's making a reappearance in your life and they're probably acting more friendly than they ever did before. It's because they have a lot of love for you, whether you realize this or not. So, I mean, I didn't even feel that energy was going to come out, but it did. So some of you have a friend who really likes you. They're admiring you. Ooh, let's see here. So the overall energy is the angel of encouragement. With one good friend is worth more than a million bad ones. Be careful who you allow in your life. So I do feel like you are very selective with the friends that you keep, and that's why you probably considered this person an acquaintance at one point if it's not an ex. But if that message doesn't apply to you at all, I just feel like you, as the years go on, as you get older and as you mature, I feel like most of you are losing friends, and it's not because they're walking away from you. I mean, it could be for some, but I feel like you're more selective with who you spend your time with, who you talk to, because you only want people that will have your back and encourage you during tough times or encourage you to succeed, and those who are actually happy with your successes. Anyone who gets jealous, envious, pissy, whatever, when you succeed and they don't, you're like, no, you're not a good friend. You're not a friend at all, because friends would have my back and encourage me and be happy for me when I reach these milestones in my life. And that goes for love interests as well. It's like I feel like you are normally the encourager. You're the one that tells people to reach for the stars, and then, you know, might even set up a game plan to get them started if they're having trouble moving forward with a situation. So I feel like you're very encouraging. You're very proactive with the people you love, because you want to see them succeed just as much as you're succeeding. And even if they surpass you, you are happy for them for the most part. And you want those types of people around you. So you're very selective. And this person coming back around in that friend capacity, I feel like it could have been someone that you had given some advice to, personal advice with work, whatever. It could have been within the relationships, and they're just now taking your advice, or they did, and they're in a better space now. But I just feel like words of encouragement, and someone, whether it's you or this other person, is starting to fall in love with their best friend because of how supportive they've been. So I feel like you're looking at someone in a different light, or they're looking at you that way. Because for some reason, I feel like you might have to really sit down and think about what you want from a partnership if you're single, and if this person fits that criteria for you, because they feel like you would fit perfectly in their life, but I feel like you don't know them well enough yet to make that final call, if that makes sense. So there's definitely a decision on the table, and I feel like you actually have more than one option. So there's this friend energy where it was kind of an off and on friendship, and when I say off and on, you know how, you talk to someone, everything's going good, then you guys get busy with life and you're working, and they're in a relationship or working, and so they kind of get pulled away, or you get pulled away from each other, and then you kind of come back, pick up where you left off. It's something like that. So it's not like a bad disconnect when it happens. Is just kind of like, we're busy, oh, we're back, oh, we're busy. It's normal, and that's what happens when you're an adult. But I do feel like this is somebody that you would keep around in your circle of friends, and it might make it a little bit difficult when you find out that this person actually has loving feelings for you and wants to date you, because some of you, I feel like, see the potential enough to try and move forward in a romantic capacity with this person, while others of you are going to be a bit hesitant, and you don't want to fuck up a good thing. It's like, I don't really want to date a friend, because if it doesn't work out, then I lost a friend, kind of thing. But I almost feel like if you don't give this person a shot, the friendship is probably going to fizzle out anyways, because this person's going to feel the need to pull away, or you are, whoever's in that situation. But I feel like this person has had their eyes on you for a while, and unbeknownst to you were just living life and doing your thing, and I don't feel like you recognized it in that way, or you didn't see this person in that light. For others of you, this is an ex, someone you did date, who is returning because they feel like they screwed up, and they want to right their wrongs, because there's been a lot of time. A lot of time has passed since you guys were in contact or together, and I feel like a lot of growing up has happened between the both of you. So like independently of each other, you both have grown and matured. I do feel like one of you was more mature back then than the other anyways. There could be an age difference. I feel like 10 to 20 years for some of you. It is like 15 to 20 year age gap, but I kind of get anywhere from 5 to 20 years. So it's different for all of you. I feel like for the majority, it would be around the 5 to 10 year mark, where if there is an actual age gap. And I feel like I'm talking to someone where it's like 50-50. There's one group of you where the masculine or the male energy is older, and then there's another group of you, probably 30% of you, where the female is older. You might be the older female, and you're dealing with a younger male, which I feel like would be more problematic, because you know what they say, women mature faster than, or girls mature faster than boys. That's not always the case, but statistically speaking, it is, and it's just because of biology, but we're not going to get into that. But anyways, there's a maturity difference, but I feel like this person has not just lived a lot, but experienced a lot in a short amount of time, where they're definitely seeing things differently, and they have more of an appreciation for life. Like how valuable moments are, how valuable memories are. So they could have experienced a death in their family that's giving them this insight. Like they missed that individual, or they had a near-death experience. I'm not saying that this person died and was brought back to life or anything. That could have happened. Hell, that could have happened to you years ago. I'm a Gemini moon, and I had a near-death experience, so it would make sense, but I was 14 when it happened, which is going to be my story time story. I am almost done writing it out in the way that I want to, so I can paint a good picture for you guys, bring you back through time. Anyways, but I feel like more recently this person, they were either dealing with an illness of some kind that put them in the hospital for a while, or you did, vice versa, whatever. It's a general reading, but I feel like someone was hospitalized for an illness, and I don't feel like it was like it's anything terminal, but I do feel like it was kind of sudden, out of the blue. It was very, very unexpected, and it definitely shocked the system. So it not only shocked this person, whether it was you or them, and I feel like it's whoever's over here. So I could be talking to a cross-watcher, just keep that in mind. But I feel like it shocked the system to the point where this person has a newfound appreciation for life and for what you had brought into their life, this encouragement. It's like falling in love with your best friend. Even if it is an ex, this person is just like, there's something different about you, Gemini. And it's weird because that's something different, that unique quality that you have that this person is finally appreciating and recognizing. You've always had it, and you weren't afraid to show this person love and affection, and that side of you being vulnerable and whatnot back when you two were together, if we're talking about an ex. But this person wouldn't do the same with you, but I feel like they want to now because they understand why you were doing what you were doing, if that makes sense. I feel like somebody's a history buff. There's either one of you or both of you are very interested in the past. I heard time travel, so when I hear things like that, it could be the past coming back, like an ex coming back, this friend that you've had for a while resurfacing. Someone or something from your past is going to come back up that you're going to either have to face or deal with. And it could be a positive thing or a negative thing. I feel like it's positive whether you take someone back or date someone or not. It's just part of the plan, I guess you could say. And some of you, the plan is for you to reunite with this individual, whether it's a friend or ex. If it's a new person, then this person could be dealing with things like that, and now they're ready to come into your life because they're clearing that out, and then whoop, here comes Gemini, or Gemini, here comes this person. Excuse me. But with time travel and history, I feel like someone's very interested in that. So it could be conspiracy theories. Somebody could be interested in motorcycles. I keep hearing them. Somebody could have a Harley or a motorcycle, and I feel like if they do, the person I'm talking to, you do have like a riding bike. It's for comfort, not necessarily for speed. So it's not a crotch rocket or a rice rocket or anything like that. But I mean, I'm sure some of you do. But I'm picturing a Harley Davidson type motorcycle in my head. So I don't know if some of you want to get your motorcycle license and go down that road, or if you yourself have it, or if someone you're dealing with does. But I feel like that would be a common interest between you and this individual. So there's a lot of things that you guys you hold similar morals and values, and you have a lot of the same interests. We'll just put it that way, because I could keep going, because I strongly feel like you guys would talk about unique topics. These are topics of discussion that most people would either fall asleep and snore and be bored when you're talking, or that's how you would feel. But I feel like you two just understand each other's quirkiness, if that makes sense. But at the bottom of the deck, these cards came out. So we have the Emperor, sovereignty, and the Empress, creativity. So 3 and 4, there's your match. And it's funny because when I was thinking of this, I'm like, well, why is the Emperor and the Empress coming out together at the bottom of this deck with this energy that I'm feeling? And the first thing that popped in my head was twin flames. And I haven't gotten to it yet, but the twin flame card is here with the Phoenix. So we have yin yang, zen, union, duality, coupling, complement each other. And you definitely do complement each other. So I do feel like this is a twin of yours, whether it's an ex or a friend that's going to turn into more. Even if it doesn't turn into more, we don't always end up with our twins. There's a lot of lessons tied to these connections. And I do feel like this is a connection that you would have learned a lot from, or they learned a lot from you. I feel like both of you would have learned some pretty major life lessons, which is probably why they're coming back around, or having this recognition of, wow, Gemini is my person. Then the Phoenix, new phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, change mind. So if this is an ex, I feel like this person has grown a lot. Like I was saying, the maturity level, they want to start over with you. I don't feel like they want to rewrite the love story. I feel like they just want to continue on. It's like you never forget history. See, history is coming back up again. It is an interest of someone, but we need to learn from history. So if you erase it, how are you going to learn the lesson? So it's always good to remember, but to forgive and to move past the bad parts of it anyway. So I do feel like lessons have been learned between the two of you in the past, and someone wants to rekindle this connection because it's a very powerful connection, and they're finally waking up to it. And I feel like you might be questioning it now. Or they are, it depends, vice versa, whatever. It's time to face your fears and move forward fearlessly. With a passionate reunion will ignite an old flame. So a decision is on the board. You're going to have to make a choice, Gemini, and I do feel like it is you. I mean, like I said, you could be coming towards this person or they're coming towards you, but it's your reading, and I'm reading you as being over here, and I feel like this person is approaching you, whether it's that friend that I was talking about or an ex-lover. If it is somebody new, for a small percentage of you, like I said, this person was dealing with some karmic lessons, karmic situations and people, because karma doesn't always, karmics, I guess you could say, they don't always have to be people. It can be situations like, being hospitalized and then having these epiphanies. That would be a karmic situation that this person had to go through to appreciate life more, So I strongly feel like someone has changed and they want to show you. I feel like they're not only going to tell you this, Gemini, they want to prove it to you. They want to show you with their actions, like, I am not who you think I am. I'm not who I was when we dated. I am not a one-sided friend or acquaintance anymore. I want to give back to you like you gave to me, which is beautiful. I love it. Sorry for the traffic again. Oh, post warning, because I think I've already dropped a few curse words. I use bad language. If you don't like it, there's a door. See you later. Bye. I do hope you stay though, because you could get messages. And like I said, I'm sorry for the traffic. I'm doing the best I can. I lowered my microphone. So we have cry for nature, mourning for something sacred which seems lost, but it's reversed. So I almost feel like if we're talking about a relationship, which is this is a love reading, the ex that is coming back did have you up in your head, stressed out. I do feel like you mourned the loss of this person, and at one point, but it's been so long that you've recovered from it, so you no longer have like a bad taste in your mouth about this person anymore. I feel like there's forgiveness. You've forgiven this person or they've forgiven you. But when I go back to someone who had passed away, whether this person experienced a loss or they had that, hospitalization, I feel like that's what this is. They're realizing that they just need to live life, and all these experiences, good, bad, or indifferent, it's for the greater good of themselves and everyone around them. You know what I mean? It's part of life. Because some people get so down and sad when, they truly love somebody, and then the connection separates, and, that person moves on and dates somebody else, and then they're like, oh, I'm all alone, and if you really loved me, you wouldn't have moved on. How I must love you more because I'm still holding on. But I feel like someone's learned that the lesson within that is to learn to let go, because a lot of times when we do let go, they come back, and if it's meant to be, it will. The person or the situation will circle back around to you when the timing is right, because sometimes we need to learn lessons from other people and other situations so that we can come back a better person, a whole person, the person that you deserve, or that that deserves you, kind of thing. So I feel like this is having that realization that, like, nobody's crying over it anymore is what I feel. There's definitely lessons tied to this. Mourning something sacred that was lost. So it's like this connection is a sacred union, a twin flame union. And like I said, I do feel like you did mourn it at one time, or this person did, or both of you did. I kind of feel like, Gemini, you did more of the mourning. You were more upset when the disconnect happened because this person initiated it. But I do feel, even though you don't really need the closure, this person wants to come in and provide closure for you. And I feel like they have been watching you to an extent, and they want to encourage you. to keep moving forward. So this is how you're going to notice or know for sure that this person has changed, whether you dated them or not. But I'm mainly talking about an ex, if this is the case, if this small message is resonating, because I feel like this person wouldn't have pushed you to go after your dreams. You would have pushed them and supported them, but they wouldn't have supported you back then. And I feel like they're going to approach you in a supportive manner and congratulate you on whatever wins you've had. Some of you guys run marathons or you do races. Some of you, it's a bicycle race. It's not just running or walking. I just heard the Special Olympics, so some of you could be involved in that, or this person is or was. I almost feel like one of you has a child, or someone out there has a child that would participate in like the Special Olympics because they're either wheelchair bound or something like that. Their mobility is hindered. So I feel like there's a lot of accomplishments with that child. If that pertains to you or not, I'm not sure. It could be a cross watcher that pertains to. I just feel like they're going to come in a very supportive manner, and they weren't that way before. For some of you, your ex is actually with someone, or if they're not together anymore, because I don't feel like this person is going to be dating that person when they approach you. They will be single, but I feel like they might have dated someone who is very athletic, worked out a lot, or ran marathons. So we have King of Wands, leadership. This is a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Sagittarius is coming out more for me with this. But I feel like this is just taking control of your life and not allowing the little things to get to you, or the major things. It's like learning that it's okay to cry over something. It's okay to be sad or disappointed when this, that, or the other doesn't work out. But knowing that it's not going to make you or break you. You know what I mean? So this is taking charge of your life. I feel like there's a lot of passion between the two of you. So when this person resurfaces, even if it's just the friend scenario, or if it's someone brand spanking new, there will be like an ignition of passion where the flame is just going to go whoosh. So you're definitely going to feel a pull towards this person, and it's because when you're in the same proximity or close proximity to your twin, you can't help but feel it. It's different. It's almost like they're a piece of you, because in theory, it's, you two have the same soul split in half. I mean, there's multiple theories regarding twin flames and whatever label you want to put on the soul connection, but I feel like this connection is very significant, and the time apart was necessary, and there's a realization here. So then we have break the mold. You're unique and we're meant to stand out and shine bright among the rest. With encouragement and all, I feel like attaining goals, shine bright like a diamond popped in my head. So some of you could legit be stars in your community, online, or whatever. I feel like there's a lot of eyes on you. So whatever you do for work, or hell, even just a hobby, that could turn into something pretty major. It's a passion of yours or theirs, depending on who's doing this. I feel like one of you, and I'm leaning towards you, Gemini, you're getting a lot of public recognition for whatever you're doing. It could just be a creative endeavor, like I said, something you're passionate about. With wands, I always think of writing as well. So you could be writing poems, music, books, whatever. I feel a lot of success, and this person's seeing you, so they want to keep encouraging you, and that's where this friend energy is coming in too. The new person, how they know you or how they're going to interact with you is through whatever this is that you're doing, whether it's for business or pleasure. However you're being seen or recognized on a public platform of some kind. I feel like this new person, that's how they're going to enter your life. It's because they're very proud of what you're doing, even though they don't really know you, but through your work, they feel like they know you. Okay, so your thoughts about this person, this connection, is the transformation, transition. This is the Death card. You could have Scorpio in your chart somewhere, or this person does, or they are a Scorpio. But I feel like if this is an ex, you're thinking like when this person comes in, you're either thinking this now if they're back already, or when they do approach you finally coming up within the month. I feel like you're going to notice their transformation. You're going to notice the difference within this person. You're going to know that they're not the same. Like they're bringing something different to the table. And I feel like something you would tell this person, or possibly what they would tell you, but this is your thoughts about this, is I'm not the same person that you knew. That, I'm not who I was back then when we dated. I'm completely different. And I feel like this person is different too. So you both have definitely grown. There's been a massive shift in you guys' energies, which is why I feel like the door is opening for you to come together, or to reconcile. Someone really passed away. It could be on your side, Gemini, unless you know that this person, one of their friends or family members, someone close to them, unless you heard through the grapevine that someone close to them passed away. I feel like for some of you too, if it wasn't a recent death, like when I say recent, I mean within the past few, like 3-4 years, something like that. If it wasn't recent, then you know that part of the problem with them in the past was they hadn't grieved fully the loss of this individual, that it was something that they were carrying around with them, and it was coming between the two of you and hurting any relationship that they were in or that was happening with you. It's kind of crazy because the death card's number 13. And 4 years ago, my Mimi, my great-grandmother, she passed away on this day at 11, I think it was 11:30 in the morning. And what's weird about it is, I love my Mimi so much, but she's with me. She's not one of my guides, but she pops in and out. She watches my mother a lot. That's my mom's grandmother. My other great-grandmother on my father's side passed away when I was 10. And that was one of the major, spiritual encounters that I remember at a young age. I mean, I would talk to dead people all the time, but I didn't know that they were dead because I was little. And at 10, I didn't get to say goodbye. And I'll never forget her coming to me in a dream state. And I remember how my bed was, where my room was set, how my room was set up. And in the dream, I was sitting up in my bed talking to her, and she hugged me and she told me she was fine and that she knew that I loved her and missed her, and that she was in a better place. And she was just telling me all these things, and I was bawling my eyes out in the dream, and I woke up crying, sitting up, reaching out to her at the foot of my bed, like she was there. I felt her. I knew it. And then I've seen her ever since, and she is one of my guides. She helps me communicate with those who have crossed over. She helps me with my with my mediumship skills, and Mimi pops in and out. But my Bumpy, which was my Mimi's second husband, because her first husband passed away before my mother was even born, or yeah, I think my mom hadn't been born yet. But anyway, she passed away. He passed away of a heart attack, and then I don't remember when, but Bumpy's the only great-grandfather that I knew, and he had died, I think it was a couple years after Grammy Plummer, the grandmother I just explained to you, when she passed away when I was 10. He died a few years after that. And I don't remember, I would remember smelling Brute, which was the aftershave and cologne that he would always wear, and cigars. And he was a Scotch drinker, and he was a big guy. He always looked like he was in the mob. He had the rosy red cheeks, and he always had money. He'd buy my Mimi a brand new car every year. She had a brand new Lincoln, and he took really good care of her. He had this like belly laugh, and he was awesome. But anyways, a year before my Mimi passed away, he came to me, and I knew it was him because I felt like I was going to have a heart attack. And then I smelt that cologne, Brute, and I was like, if this is you, please make my chest stop hurting. And it did immediately. And then I saw him, and he told me that Mimi was going to pass away in August. And it was literally around August 13th. It was during that week, but a year prior. And I misread the information. I was like, oh my gosh, she's going to die soon. Well, I remember telling my mom that I got warned about this, but it was the following year. And that same week, 5 days before she passed, he came back and told me that she was going to die that Saturday on the 13th. And my mom, right after he came to tell me that, my mom told me she had just went into hospice and she wasn't doing good. She was deteriorating. She had pneumonia and stuff, and she had dementia, or she was starting to. She wasn't really remembering people that much. And he came to me and he told me that she was going to pass away. And I told my mom. I told my mom that before she even told me she was in hospice. And then my mom told me she went into hospice. And she goes, no, she's not going to make it till Saturday. Well, I was right. Right down to the damn day. It was crazy, but it's the 4-year anniversary of her death. And God rest her soul. She was a beautiful, magnificent woman, and I'm sorry I went on that tangent, but I feel like someone was close to a grandparent like that. It could have been even a parent or a sibling or cousin or whatever, but you're recognizing that this individual didn't grieve it properly, or you didn't, and it's something that you have overcome. You've learned that it's part of life, and that they would want you to experience life in the most fruitful way possible. So what this person thinks about you, sorry, I really went off on that. 3 of Swords, disappointment. This is about you and the connection. I feel like they're very disappointed that you two are not together, because this is the end to a connection. Both of you, when this person resurfaces, obviously it's going to dredge up what had happened between the two of you, and I do feel like they're ashamed of their actions and how they ended this connection prior. And they're very hurt by it, because like I said, there's something different about you, and they're realizing this now, and they're hoping it's not too late. Because with death over here, I do feel like you have moved on, and this person fears that. They strongly, strongly fear that. Can I get some more information on the 3 of Swords for what this person thinks about this connection, Gemini? For some of them, they might view you or think, especially if they haven't talked to you yet, they might think that you're still upset with them about the disconnect if this is a breakup. If this is just that friend, they might think that because you're single, you're still mourning the loss of someone that passed away or the end of a relationship. We have the 7 of Cups. This is options. It's the dream space. It's confusion. I feel like this person's trying to manifest you. Yeah, with Justice here. And then the 8 of Pentacles after that with the 6 of Pentacles. I feel like this person doesn't know how to approach you to bring in closure. They've been trying to manifest you back into their life. I feel like they know that they need to be the one to step up and say something to you, to bring in an apology, to bring in some type of closure, because that's the only way you're really going to talk to this person, whether it's a friend or an ex or whatever is going on here. There's something that this person needs to apologize for so that they can rebalance the scales, but they don't know how you're going to receive this information, how you're going to take it, if you're going to accept their apology or their offer. So there's a little bit of worry here. They're worried that they're going to leave disappointed, that they're not going to be able to get through to you. So how you feel about them is the Chariot, motion with passion, insane chemistry, like each other equally, having fun. I feel like you have moved on. There is a lot of passion here. I felt that with the King of Wands in the beginning. So both of you are very passionate about each other. So there's a lot of sexual chemistry. I will say that. I feel like you did have a really good time with this person, but you want a more mature relationship. You want to be able to talk to them like friends. You want them to encourage you like you encourage them. You want to have off the charts sex, and that, that lustful passion that's really hot and heavy, but you also want the sensuality and the intimacy and the love. I feel like you've moved away from that loving space with this person because, you've already grieved the end of it. I really feel like for most of you, this is an ex. You've already grieved the loss. So emotionally, you've moved on. You've transformed. You're not hung up on them, but you still are sexually attracted to them. I do feel like that spark will be reignited when they do come in, but it's going to take some time for you because you're not going to allow yourself to go there mentally, emotionally, right off the bat, because you want to make sure that they are really changed. How they feel about you is a Three of Cups celebration with coffee cup. So we got lots of cups. And it's kind of four cups with this cup. So it's like they fear rejection. I feel like they don't want this to be a missed opportunity, but they also don't want you to reject them, which is why the Three of Swords is here. So they don't want to be disappointed. They're very hopeful that their manifestation skills are working and that you will give them a chance. But I feel like with coffee cup, it says meeting and conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted friendship. This person is either that friend that I was talking about that you've never dated and they want to level up, or this person's going to come in a very friendly way. This ex, they're going to kind of do the friends first thing and pray that they don't get friend zoned. I do feel like there's going to be like kind of on and off communication because they're going to be testing the water when they initially come in, or that's what's going on now between the two of you, and it's only because they're scared of fucking up. They don't want to come off too strong. They don't want to push you too much, basically. But if this is an ex, they definitely want reconciliation, and they're willing to take their time, which is something they wouldn't have done in the past. So that's really great, and I do feel like a lot of communication is gonna start revving up between the two of you, whether you look at them in a loving way or not. I do feel like if you give them a chance, your feelings will grow again, like I said, because you're going to realize they are changed, that they're different, that they're not, that they're going to take the reins for a change, and they're going to take a chance on that, and they're going to lead the way, because I feel like you were the leader prior. I do feel like there was a battle for control when you were with this person in the past, but that's going to end. There's going to be more balance here because that's what they want to bring in. So your hope in this connection or with this person or whatever is the Lover's ultimatum. I feel like this is your card. This is Gemini energy. I feel like you're torn. It's like you're over the past, you've grieved it, it's done with, and it's almost like you've told yourself that future forward, you're not going backwards, you don't want to take anyone back, it's all new, because you're not going to go through, you don't want to repeat history, basically. But if you don't forget history, like I said, you can learn from it and grow from it, and you won't repeat it, basically. And I feel like that's why you're going to take time. But part of you is like, nope, I'm not going backwards. And the other part of you is like, but, there's a lot of passion here. There's still some chemistry. I think maybe we could make it work. You might provide this person with an ultimatum, as in, you really got to prove yourself. So if you really want this, then this is how it's going to be. And you're going to see if they're going to accept it or not, because if they don't, you're out. So I feel like for the most part, you're just hopeful that you can make the right choice. What they're hopeful of is the One of Cups fondness, the Ace of Cups. They're hoping that the love has not fizzled out completely, that you've just kind of put it on hold, put them on the back burner, and that you two can move forward in, with something new. That this will work out in their favor. Can I get more on this ultimatum for Gemini's hope, please? I just feel like you don't want to make any more mistakes. We have the Knight of Wands. That's inconsistent energy. So I feel like before you make a decision in love, you're going to see if they're doing this, if they're going to fly in and fly out, or if they're going to fly in and stay. So you are looking at patterns. You're definitely focused on what's going on in front of you, or you will be with this person or just with people in your life. And you're also going to reflect on the past at the same time. Like, okay, he or she used to handle things this way, or he or she said or did this, and are they doing it now? Am I seeing the same red flags? Am I seeing the same warnings? This is about the time this person would have ran away by now. Are they going to run? Oh, they didn't. Okay. So I feel like you don't want to rush this process, but yeah, there's definitely a lot of passion here. So even though this person is like really hopeful that they can right their wrong and you guys can have a beautiful relationship together, that you guys can overcome everything and move forward together and really transform this situation, I feel like the main thing on your mind right now is sex. Like, oh, I could give them another go around. Like, is this love or lust? Do they love me, or are they lusting for me? You know what I mean? I do feel like if you had sex with this person, well, I mean, if they're an ex, you already have. If it's the friend person, I don't feel like you did sleep with them. Some of you might have, but it was like a one-time thing kind of thing. I do feel like a connection is going to deepen if you do become intimate with this person, and that's probably what's going to get you up in your head, looking back at the past, making sure you make the right choice. We have the Queen of Swords. This is usually Gemini, nope, Libra energy for me, but, I was going to say, I feel like it's you, so yeah, Gemini. They really love you, and I feel like we have the Knave of Cups here too, or the Page of Cups with the Ten of Pentacles. So yeah, they want the whole shebang. They not only want the emotional aspect of this connection with you, this person, they want to provide for you, or they want to work alongside you. They want that balance. So this is the house, the white picket fence, having 2 dogs, 2.5 kids, a goat, a cat, a turkey, whatever. That's what they want with you. I feel like this person does love you, and I'm also is kind of going in on that. They're hoping that they can gain the courage to be open and honest with you about their feelings and tell you that they love you, and that you'll accept their apology, and that you will reciprocate their feelings no matter how small it is. They want emotion from you. So it's not just sex for them. They definitely want to move towards a commitment. And like I said, I do feel like they have matured, and they know what you deserve. You're the Empress, they want to be your emperor, and I feel like they're in that emperor status at this time, so they're able to match you now, unlike before, is what I feel. So that's really great. Let me just get one more card for you, because I went off on my tangent. And then please join me over on Patreon to finish this reading up, where we're going to cover obstacles and blocks, actions, outcomes, external factors, and maybe what they want to say to you, what they're going to bring in, because I'm kind of feeling that that's what, some of you would like to know in this situation. It might give you more clarity. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. The more you interact with me, the more I happen to pick up on your energy. Hit me up for a personal reading. My email is willowvines with an S 1631@gmail.com. I will give you all the information you need on personals. It's also on my website, like I said. It's on Patreon as well. It's listed out there. I would gladly read for you, whether this resonated or not, my dears. Can I get more information on this connection, this twin flame connection? What does Gemini need to know about this transformation? About this change that's coming in? The power of manifestation is strong within you. So I feel like whatever change you have been trying to manifest or try to bring into your life, your love life especially, that's why this person is coming in, because you guys have been manifesting each other, and I feel like they have consciously been manifesting you, and you have been subconsciously manifesting them, because you were trying to manifest your soulmate, your twin flame, your divine counterpart, and it's this person. So it might be shocking to some of you to know, because maybe you weren't, you were either in denial about it, or you weren't, you didn't recognize it back then, or you were refusing to see it because of what was going on between the two of you, because there was some flighty energy in the past. And if this is the friend situation, it's not even an ex, you might be questioning it, like, really, this is my twin? Like what, really? But I feel like you're gonna be not only more open to it, but you're gonna be aware of it. You're gonna see it and feel it this time, no matter who we're talking about. So when this person comes back in or comes into your world, you're gonna know. It's gonna light you. It's gonna light you up. So that's really great. I do feel like with the other options I was talking about as well, Gemini, which I mentioned, I think I mentioned it with the 7 of Cups up here. Some of them are just in it, for sexual purposes. Be wary of drunk texts. So I feel like there are some options that you have that might seem appealing initially, but it's just sex only. It's nothing that's gonna last. Does that make sense? So I feel like that might also be why the Lovers is here, is you're hoping that you make the right choice between these options, that you don't just dismiss this past person or this on and off friend because you do have other options. You know what I mean? You want to make sure that you don't pick the play girl, play boy. But that's what I have for you. I will see you over on Patreon. Thank you so much for your love and support and your patience. It means the world to me. And I'll be talking to you guys really soon. And if you join me on Patreon, I'll be talking to you in just about 2 minutes. All right. Bye, guys.